Time now for the business chat. As intimated earlier, we are focusing on social media, something that has become wildly popular over the last few years. And the MD of Interactive Concepts based in Cape Town, Yapi Swanapo, is going to help us through that discussion this afternoon. Thank you for joining us.
Good afternoon. Happy to be here.
All right. So you're going to be launching a report on Thursday this week.
6th of March next week.
6th of March next week, right.
Yes.
Which is going to be looking at the social media trends of companies listed at the Nairobi Securities Exchange. Can you give us some highlights on what we expect to see?
Okay, thank you. Yeah, this is the 4th year we'll be doing it. So it's interesting to see the growth and how companies are taking it up. So we've started, what we're looking for is, you know, as you hear all the time, it's easy to buy likes. It's nice to get lots of fans on Twitter and Facebook.
Yeah.
But are people actually using it?
Yeah.
So the focus has shifted very much from just sales and marketing to CRM. Are companies listening to their clients? Are they resolving problems? So in our report, we're focusing a lot on that this year to see if companies are actually listening to the consumers and if they're using social media as a customer relations tool as well.
All right. You said that you've been doing this for the last 4 years. In those 4 years, have you seen the uptick of social media with corporates increase, or has it decreased?
No, it has increased. Every year, it increases significantly. Last year's report for one number showed that 69% of all companies on the NSE are now on Facebook.
69%.
Okay. Yeah.
That's
so
a huge
it's
percentage.
a huge growth.
Yeah.
It's still not 100.
Yeah.
So every year we see increase. Even things like Google Plus are increasing. We see commercial and retail brands focusing a lot on Facebook, Twitter, and Google Plus, where the banks are more active on LinkedIn. So we're also not just looking at how many fans have you got. Maybe you're using LinkedIn for recruitment, and Twitter for sales, and Facebook for CRM, and YouTube for marketing. So we want to understand, are people just there because someone told them they have to be there, or they're actually making it work?
Actually, in terms of these tangible results that you're talking about, do they extend beyond the urban areas? Because there seems to be a conception that it's very urban-based. Only the Nairobi population uses social media.
Yeah, in fact, that's not true at all, because it does extend a lot. And we manage a number of social media pages ourselves in Kenya as well. And the messages we get sometimes from someone saying, I don't have rainwater, I'm harvesting rainwater. But they're posting the message on Facebook.
Right.
Which means they're at a place where they don't have water, but they have a phone with access to the internet. We had a competition running, and I saw today someone, I can't remember the town, 300 kilometers outside of Nairobi is the one who entered and who won the competition on Facebook.
Okay, so in terms of the social media platforms, which would you say is the most popular in Kenya?
So the most popular is still Facebook, by far.
And this is both urban and rural areas?
Urban and rural. And if you look at everything from brands to politicians to musicians to celebs, they're getting the most traction on Facebook. Although there seems to be a great increase in terms of conversation and the type of content now moving towards Twitter.
Right.
So people will tell you there's a more bigger increase in Twitter, although the numbers are still more significant
on Facebook. The numbers are still on Facebook.
Yeah.
The problem with social media is that people don't really seem to know how to be grappling with it, so we're getting into trouble all the time. Where do corporates draw the line? Do I, for example, as Edith Kimani for KTN, tweet or Facebook on behalf of the company, or do we need policies to govern that?
A very interesting question. I mean, every single brand struggles with that. So firstly, the brand itself needs not only a strategy, but as you just intimated, a policy. And then, although they can't enforce it on their staff, they can actually share with them nicely, listen, this is how it can benefit you if you do it right and benefit us. Because if the company is clever, they will allow their staff to also tweet and post on their behalf, that way building up the brand, and that way also building their own brands. But you can imagine you follow an individual who says, today I had a terrible day at work, my boss sucks. I look at the company, oh, I thought it was a nice company, I was going to apply there for a job, so it has a ripple effect. So no one is totally free anymore, you are connected somehow.
Okay, and final question as we wind up, in terms of organizations and corporations and the celebrities that you're saying, what are they using social media mostly for? Because initially we saw e-marketing being at the front line. What is happening now?
We are noticing, especially from the brand side, that it's much more customer relations too. Not just saying buy my product, because you're not going to go to Facebook just to buy the product. So it's much more customer relations as well.
And my question is, when they do say buy the product, so the products actually get sold?
You know what? Products do get sold, but I don't think they get sold off Facebook. I think they start generating a conversation. I'm looking for a new car. I'm looking for a house. Should I go to this area or not? And the conversation happens that influences your mind. And next time when you have to shop for a cell phone or a bank or a car, you remember that conversation. Say, there's a brand that actually listens to me.
Yeah.
Okay? I want to engage with them.
Yapi Swanepoel, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. Asante sana. You have to teach me how to say that in Afrikaans.
Baie dankie.
Baie dankie. Baie dankie for being on KTN Newsdesk.
Excellent.